You two want to go down? Oh, it's too small. Kiss a kiss. Hiya.
Are you fine?
I'm fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. You need to take a wee step forward at me because I'm sitting on the horns. You're standing lovely.
Oh, you're fine, hen.
Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of your grooms, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all, whether you've come from Australia, Ireland, Houston, or even Erskine. Welcome to Glasgow and to the Trades Hall as we celebrate Thomas and Martin's marriage today. The reason that you are here is because you are the most important people in Martin and Thomas's lives, and you have loved them, supported them, and helped them to become the two very special people who stand before you here today. My name is Jennifer Buchan, and I'm a celebrant with the Humanist Society Scotland. Martin and Thomas chose to be married in a humanist ceremony as they feel that the rational and caring philosophy of humanism reflects their own beliefs of loving and respecting each other, other people, and the world in which we all live. Martin and Thomas are two people who live their lives in this way, and whatever your own personal beliefs, I hope you'll find their marriage ceremony sincere and meaningful. It's an enormous privilege to be part of a couple's marriage ceremony, because when two people are so in love, you cannot help but share their excitement and in the happiness that they bring to you. It's also a pleasure to be able to write a marriage ceremony, and I would like to share just some of Thomas and Martin's very highly edited story with you today. Like so many couples nowadays, Martin and Thomas met online and they started chatting. They got to the point where Martin asked Thomas out for a pint and he accepted. In fact, they met at Escape and went on the Orange Wednesday, half-price pizza and cinema deal. Because Thomas is a really cheap date.
Still is.
Heard that. Anyway, when the two of them met up, they just clicked. There was no awkwardness, well, apart from not knowing whether to hug, kiss on the cheek, or just chest bump. As it turned out, they actually shook hands.
Pleased to meet you.
Immediately, Thomas thought Martin was cute and polite and smart and interesting and geeky. And for the first few months of their relationship, Martin would give Thomas a boring fact every single day. Which is incredibly hard to believe, as on their second date, they were doing cartwheels in George Square. Hello.
Hiya.
Just let her go.
Just let her wander.
Just let her go. She's all right. After about 3 years, Martin and Thomas were living together, and after they moved into Strathblane Gardens, Martin decided to make an honest man of the boy here, and his proposal was done in the most remarkable style. They were in Australia, in Perth actually, and as the two of them have always bonded over the Harry Potter books, that was the answer. The golden snitch has a flesh memory that will remember the first person who ever makes contact with it. And Martin carried the snitch in his backpack for 3 weeks because Thomas was the first guy ever to make contact with his heart.
I'm too cute.
I don't The King's Canto doesn't even get that all. Martin told me, Thomas makes me feel so loved, so proud, and so special. He has made me feel the same way every day since we met. I have always loved the idea of being married. It makes you become even more of a team. I am also really keen to get married as a thank you to all the hard work that the LGBT community has put in to allow us to have the freedom to marry if we wish. I think that's awesome. I can't possibly list everything that I love about Thomas. All I will say is that no matter how hard a day I've had, or no matter how stressful life is getting, Thomas is always there with a kiss and a big old hug at the end of the day. And I can't ask for any more than that. Thomas told me, Thomas told me, growing up, I knew I was gay from a very young age, but I also knew that same-sex marriage wasn't allowed. Obviously, in the last few years, that has all changed. I never thought I would get married until I met Martin. On the run-up to the proposal, I had a feeling that something was going to happen, and I knew straight away I was going to say yes if he asked me. As much as we pretend that we are a super cool modern couple, I feel like there are some traditions you can't really ignore. If you love someone as much as I love Martin, then you show them by committing yourself to them for the rest of your lives. I love Martin because he is the kindest, nicest, most supportive and encouraging person I have ever met. He's thoughtful, fun, and romantic. He loves his family, which is really important to me, coming from such a huge, close family. His siblings are his best friends, like mine are to me. Martin is just the best, and he's all mine. So, these two best friends who stand before you now are from strong, loving families, and they have a wide circle of good and loyal friends. You have watched their relationship grow, and Martin and Thomas would now like you to witness as they commit themselves to each other in marriage. Marriage joins two people who know the love they have already found and who trust the love that will unfold throughout their future together. Within their marriage, Thomas and Martin shall be equals, and they will grow as individuals, being true to themselves and to each other. They will support one another with understanding, with love, and most of all, with more love. Martin and Thomas, would you now join your hands to make your vows to one another?
Hi, girl. Hello. Oh, no.
Thomas and Martin, today on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other forever, you are holding the hands of your best friend. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you throughout the years. These are the hands that will give you strength and support when you need it. And as your hands are joined together now, may your hearts always be. Yes. Yes. Martin, do you promise to love Thomas, cherish, comfort, honour and keep him, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Thomas, do you promise to love Martin, cherish, comfort, honour and keep him, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Thomas and Martin, you have bound yourselves together by these vows, and the bond is made by your love for one another. It is a bond that ties but does not bind. It is one that is sealed by your love, and by the love that we all here all have for you as individuals and as a couple. So may the bond between you never come undone, through the joys or sorrows that you may face together, and may you always walk through life, hand in hand, mind with mind, and heart to heart. Martin and Thomas, you have made promises to each other, and I will now ask you to accept one another as husband and husband by making the declarations required by Scots law. Martin, can you please repeat after me?
Oh, God. He's a minute. Oh, do you think? I'm not nervous at all.
I solemnly and sincerely declare
I solemnly and sincerely declare
that I, Martin McInnes,
that I, Martin McInnes,
accept you, Thomas McKellar,
accept you, Thomas McKellar,
in marriage
in marriage
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband. You're too cute.
Thomas, can you now please repeat after me? I solemnly and sincerely declare
I solemnly and sincerely declare
that I, Thomas McKellar,
that I, Thomas McKellar,
accept you, Martin McInnes,
accept you, Martin McInnes,
in marriage
in marriage
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
to be my lawfully wedded husband.
Can we please have the ring?
Ooh, you need to keep them in
I know, but I've made
Aye.
them. I've kept. Look, you know
Yeah.
where they came from. You're all right.
different sizes.
I know they're
I know
different
which one's
sizes.
which.
We're just having a chat here. The wedding ring is a circle. It's a symbol of wholeness, strength, cooperation, and peace. It's an embrace that can surround you and caress you. It's a support that can inspire you without limit. Martin, can you place Thomas's ring on his finger? Well done. Martin, do you give this ring to Thomas as a token of your enduring love and support?
I do.
Maybe that's sticky.
Thanks. Thomas, can you place Martin's ring on his finger? Thomas, do you give this ring to Martin as a token of your enduring love and support?
I do.
Martin and Thomas, by virtue of the declarations you have made in my presence and in the presence of your witnesses, your family and your friends, I have much pleasure in declaring you married and pronouncing you husband and husband. You may kiss.
That was my wee surprise. That's a lot.
Grab a rose each. Grab a rose.
Grab a rose.
Ladies and gentlemen, we all had a wee swear there. Before we go any further,
God.
this wedding is also a celebration of family. It's a blending of two families which were separate up until this moment and which are united from this day forward. The parents in every family give their sons and daughters love, support and friendship. And all through childhood we may not quite appreciate all that our parents have done for us. As adults we can look back and begin to know what it means to have a mum and a dad. As adults we can also appreciate what it means to have a mother, as it's the mother in each family who gives their children the gift of life. Thomas and Martin wish to honour their mothers by presenting a white rose to Kate and Teresa. And Martin and Thomas would like you both to know that they truly appreciate everything you've ever done for them, and they would like to thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your unconditional love.
Get the mama, get the rose.
It's now time for Thomas and Martin to give their noses a good blow and to sign the marriage schedule. And they have chosen two very special people to sign alongside them as their witnesses. The marriage schedule is not only a legal document in Scotland, as soon as it is signed, it also becomes a historical document. And because of that, Martin and Thomas have chosen their dads, Dougie and Graham, to witness for them. So please relax and take a few moments as we complete the paperwork and listen to the lovely Dougie. Right, we need to move this table. Oh my
Move it back.
God. I would like to bring the ceremony to a close by sharing with Martin and Thomas a poem which was written by Liz Lochhead. When Liz was our country's national poet, she wrote Epithalamium as a celebration and as a blessing, which she read in this very room at Scotland's very first eco-marriage. The words explain that in being fortunate enough to being included in a marriage ceremony, we too are renewed and filled with joy because of the love of our friends. For marriage, love and love alone's the argument. Sweet ceremony, then hand in hand we go, taking our changed, still dangerous days our compliment. We think we know ourselves, but all we know is love surprises us. It's like when sunlight flings up a sudden shaft that lights up glamorous terrain across a Glasgow street, or when botanic springs for crisp dry breath turns February air champagne. Delight's infectious. Your friends put on with glad-rag finery today your joy. Renew themselves in the right true end. They won't let old griefs, old lives destroy. When at our lovers' feet we've opened ourselves, we've laid, we found ourselves and all the world remade. Thomas and Martin, walk gently through this world together and know its wonders for all the days of your lives. Go forward in your life together with the good wishes of all those who love you. Remember this day, those who came to wish you well, the words you have spoken, the emotions you feel, and the love you have declared. And Martin and Thomas, above all, be happy.
I'll get a go.
All right, then. And have plenty of hankies. So all that remains is for me to ask you to put your hands together as I present Thomas and Martin, the happy couple.